Lower the music. This game needs your focus. It is going to penalty kicks. Greg, you know I'm coming to you. As a former goalkeeper, what are you thinking right now?
Well, listen, from a goalkeeper's perspective, you've got to be committed to your attempt to the save, right? So some goalkeepers will just they'll just go on a limb and guess. But I think it's very important that if you're going to go one way, that you go and you go hard. You know, one of the things that a shooter will probably tell you the same thing, and Robbo, you can attest to this, you've got to be committed in your run-up. Now, they've got to pay attention for that little hesitation that sometimes shooters will take. And so you've got to be a little bit patient as well as a goalkeeper and then commit yourself.
Yeah, it'll come down to the little details. Obviously, the goalkeepers with the goalkeeping coaches, they'll have done their work. But as a player, you cannot change your mind. As soon as you decide to change your mind, then that doubt comes in and the keeper has an advantage. So stick to your point, pick your spot, and hit it as hard as you can.
Teams that shoot first, and it's Toronto FC who will. 60% of the time they win a shootout. That's advantage Toronto FC already. Your best takers go first and fourth, then fifth. You don't want to leave it till the fifth time. That's very important as well. Looks like Altidore will take the first one for Toronto FC. He's getting ready. It's all about the decision making now, and obviously these goalkeeping coaches, John Conway, spoke to a lot during this playoffs. They're ready for this. They're prepared for this moment, and they're ready.
It's a different personnel. Toronto's best penalty taker is not on the pitch no more, so someone else has to step up now and take advantage of that.
Well, this is truly the moment now. Whoever wins here wins the cup. Luke and Steven will take us through the kicks.
As Josie Altidore makes his way forward for the first penalty for Toronto FC. He took one during the regular season at this end of the pitch, and he missed it against Vancouver Whitecaps at BMO Field back in May, but he did score from the spot for the US back in September in a World Cup qualifier. Scored 3 penalties in MLS last season. Scored in every game of the playoffs up until this point. Josie Altidore against Stefan Fry with penalty number 1 in the shootout. It's Josie Altidore to score!
Magnificent penalty kick from Altidore. So important, that first penalty kick, especially to get these fans going behind you. Nothing negative about that. Shows his spot. Hit it with power, give it Stephen Fry no chance. Pressure now on Brad Evans in Seattle.
Brad Evans scored from the spot as Seattle lost the US Open Cup final on penalties back in 2012 against Kansas City. He came off the bench tonight. Brad Evans against Clint Irwin to try and tie it up, and he does.
Great card penalty from Brad Evans, using all that experience. Irwin going the wrong way, keeping his composure, a little stutter step. Magnificent penalty into the corner.
So here comes Michael Bradley. Stephen Fry conceded from 6 of 8 penalties he faced during the regular season. Bradley with a magnificent game tonight. Takes a very long run up. It's Bradley saved by Stephen Fry.
Not a great penalty from the captain. He's been magnificent tonight. Tries a little stutter step to outwit Stephen Fry. Puts it to Fry's left-hand side. Doesn't get it in the corner. A comfortable save for Fry. He's delighted. Chooses the right way.
And it's Andreas Ivanschitz and that sweet left foot of his as the Austrian comes to step up and take against Clint Irwin here. It's Ivanschitz who scores. Seattle in front, 2-1 after 2 penalties each.
Another great penalty by the Seattle Sounders. Ivanschitz, wonderful left foot, chooses the spot, whipping it into Clint Irwin's left-hand corner. Irwin going the wrong way, going the same way.
TFC conceded from 3 penalties in the regular season. Irwin was in goal for 2 of them. And now here comes Benoit Shearwood, the hero against Montreal in the second leg of the conference final. It's Shearwood who scores.
Huge relief for Benoit Shearwood. It's a great penalty kick. The height and direction was perfect. Fry's very close to this. He chooses the right way. It's just too good. Gets enough height in it. Not comfortable height for goalkeeper to save. Can't get there. Piles it into the side net. Clint Irwin's went to his right hand side twice so far. Does he go the same way?
Now it's Alvaro Fernandez. And Irwin makes the save!
He doesn't go the same way. He goes to his left hand side this time. And he gets it right, and he's pumped about this. Trying to get these fans behind him. Not a good penalty for Fernandez. Too central again, much like Michael Bradley's. An easy save for the goalkeeper. You have to choose the right way. He changed, he went to his left, and it was a magnificent save.
So it's Will Johnson who will come up to take this one. He had one penalty in the regular season that he missed against the New York Red Bulls back in May. His last MLS penalty scored was in 2014 for Portland. It's Johnson, and Toronto are back in front. The pressure back on the Sounders.
Oh, what pressure to step up there. Came onto this field as a substitute. Couldn't really get in the game as much as you'd like. The pressure, the composure to then come on. Put Fry the wrong way. Slot it into the corner. Magnificent penalty from the experienced Will Johnson.
And now it's Jovan Jones, the left back. Jones against Clint Irwin. Jovan Jones into the top corner. Emphatic from Jones. And it is 3-3 after 4 penalties apiece as Drew Moore gets set to come up for TFC.
Perfection from Jovan Jones. Did very little wrong tonight. That penalty is magnificent. That is unsavable. 2 goalkeepers would not have saved that penalty. Caps off a tremendous night for Jovan Jones and the Seattle Sounders.
Drew Moore, an MLS Cup winner with Colorado here in 2010. And Drew Moore scores a perfect penalty tucked right inside the corner. And now the pressure really on the Sounders, but they would really want to have their best player coming up to take it. And they do. Nicholas Ladero.
Great penalty by Drew Moore. I thought he had just dragged it wide. I'm not sure he was going for that type of precision. Gets it right in off the side net. Tremendous bottle under extreme pressure.
If Ladero does not score here, Toronto FC will win. Ladero does score. What a penalty that was.
Yeah, he scores with aplomb. Magnificent penalty kick. A lot like Jovan Jones's one before. Same corner, high side netting. Can't save that.
So after 5 penalties, we are tied at 4-4. Bradley missed for Toronto. Fernandez missed for Seattle. Here comes Justin Morrow. A strike of the left foot and a strike of the crossbar from Justin Morrow. And Seattle now with a chance to win.
Tried to put his foot through it. Just leaning back a little bit too much. Praying for it to come down. Going off the bar. Fortunately for him, it bounces a yard. The wrong side of the line for him and out to safety. Giving Ramon Torres the opportunity to win the MLS Cup for Seattle.
If Torres scores, Seattle will be champions. It's Torres! from worst to first. A team transformed in mid-season. Seattle crowned champions for the first time.
Well, you can see what that means to these players. Celebrating emphatically down in front of the contingent that have travelled all this way. They're ecstatic up in the far northeast side of the stadium. Huge performance by them. They can't quite believe it. As the staff flood the field and celebrate with these joyous players.
Justin Morrow's penalty hitting the crossbar, allowing Torres to step up and score the winning penalty. Stephen Fry, we saw there, deserves so much credit for that wonder save to keep out Altidore in extra time. And what a story for the Seattle team as Brian Smetzer takes over mid-season and leads them to MLS Cup. Let's head downstairs. Vic Router is with Justin Morrow.
You couldn't have come any closer, sir, so tell me your thoughts of the moment.
Yeah, just got to congratulate the Sounders. You know, they played a tough game. It was close in the end, but they deserve it.
When you're rattling off the bar like that and you think to yourself, what I might have done, anything different?
You know, I just tried to go down the middle. I mean, I struck it a little bit too high, obviously hit the bar. You know, like I said, it's got to congratulate the other team.
I appreciate you doing this with me. Thanks very much.
The wait will continue for Greg Vanney and Toronto FC. Bill Manning, the club's president, talked before this about this being the start of something for Toronto FC, not the culmination. But what about Brian Smetzer, the Seattle native, a former player of the Sounders, former coach of the Sounders before they joined Major League Soccer, Mr. Seattle Soccer, and he watches as Torres scores the winning penalty as his side wins MLS Cup.
Yeah, Roman Torres was absolutely magnificent, and it's fitting that he scores a winning penalty. Defended extremely well. But Brian Smetzer came into this team July, revitalised them. Such an impressive man. Spoke to us yesterday. You could see the confidence that he had in his team. Talked about accountability, giving ownership to the players. It certainly worked. Great leadership from him. And a fully deserved victory from Seattle Sounders. It was a tight football match. It could have went either way, but who can deny them this victory? They were magnificent on the night. To a man, outstanding performances and work rate from 11, 14 players who are completely committed to the job in hand and getting it done. And they're the MLS Cup champions.
Seattle Sounders came into Major League Soccer back in 2009. They win their first MLS Cup. And for back-to-back years, it's a champion from Cascadia. Last year, the Portland Timbers. This time, it's Seattle Sounders back down to Vic.
With Benoit Cheroux, who's down at the supporters' end here and acknowledging their support. Tell me your thoughts, please.
Obviously, very disappointed for the team, for everybody who works for the club, for the fan. They were tremendous tonight once again, and very, very disappointed to lose tonight.
What was the difference to you? I mean, it comes down to a penalty shootout, obviously, but I thought the TFC had the better chances.
I think, yes, we had a better chance tonight. We should have scored before. I think during the game we should have done better, obviously, and we had let go our chance to score and to win that game. And after, for the shootout, it's not about soccer.
Merci.
As we await the trophy presentation here at BMO Field, some of Toronto FC's players still thanking the fans as they head for the exits here, but the 1,500 Seattle fans are on the top tier.